BT17 brings more hybrid support. It actually brings back Ancient Greymon, and I still wanted to play both. So this is a deck profile using both EmperorGreymon and Ancient Greymon. So let's get into it. I will put a picture at the end of the video of a list if you're just trying to play Ancient Greymon, but they're kind of all similar. Koromon, for your Digi-Egg, simple. Just when a card is removed from your opponent's security, you get to draw one. Draw power is always nice. The new Flamon is actually really nice. Has an on-play effect. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Hybrid or 10 Warriors trait and 1 Tamer card with inherit effects among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom. On deletion, you may play a Tamer card with inherit effects from play. So these new ones are kind of setting up for like a rainbow style kind of deck with the Susanomon Ace that we're gonna have eventually down the line. I'm all for it. It's pretty cool. So 4 of those because you are able to get a Digimon and a Tamer. In this case, Takuya. 3 Flamons. This one's the BT12 one. Since we still got to worry about having hybrids in the trash fairly quickly, figure this does 2 things, 3 things actually. 1, when you on play, you get to trash 1 card and then draw 2, so long as it's a hybrid. And then 3, the inherit is 2000 DP, which of course you want to increase your DP for the EmperorGreymon and the Ancient Greymon, so we are doing 3. And I'm doing 4, so the way I'm building this deck is I want it to be fast. I'll guess that's what it is. So I'm playing 4 of these just to search, and yes, I know you can only get 1 card, but you search 4, so it's kind of like playing a red memory boost. So there's that. On deletion, you can play a Takuya from your hand without paying for its cost. This one usually you could Digivolve it in the bottom, and then you can play these. So you could mess with the ratios here. I was playing the Bukamon. I was playing 2 Bukamons, but I got to a point where I needed to warp from the old Takuya to go into EmperorGreymon and go for game, and I had a Pokemon in the trash, and I needed 1 more source to get to 5. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put up with that. So I just have all nothing but hybrid cards for the most part. I absolutely love this new Burning Greymon. You can Digivolve from Takuya for 2 and a Omnimon for 1. And then you could also just Digivolve it from one of your red Tamers as if it's a level 3. It has Raid, which is awesome. Because now if you Digivolve over a Tamer and give it 2000, it's an 8000 DP hitter. And you could swing over stuff, especially you know, if they're trying to set up, you can keep their board clear. When attacking, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with Hybrid and its trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 1. I'll talk a little bit about the combo with the Ancient Greymon, why everyone's just playing Ancient Greymon, because you're able just to warp. And then the inherit, of course, you get 2000 DP. The other piece of the puzzle for this new Ancient Greymon combo is this new Omnimon. So this Omnimon Digivolves for 2 over the Takuya, which is awesome because you do Digivolve 3 from level 3s. Or you can go over a red Tamer but it will cost 3. But we're playing Takuya, so we don't gotta worry about that. Then when Digivolving, if Burning Greymon is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, if you have a blue or green Digimon or a Tamer, this Digimon may Digivolve into Ancient Greymon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its evil requirements. If this effect Digivolve, delete this Digimon at the end of the turn. So that is how it works. And then you have inherit your turn, get 2000 DP. So the way this works is you're gonna want to go into the Burning Greymon first, Digivolve for 2. You can raid, and then you can Digivolve using its 1 attacking into a Omnimon. Since it's reducing by 1, you're gonna pay 0. So now you Digivolve, and now it's when Digivolving, you're able to go into the Ancient Greymon, and now you can raid, basically deleting anything because you're gonna get. It's gonna be, what is it? I think it's 13 or 12, 14, 16,000 DP. So it's kind of the gimmick, but you could also use Burning Greymon's effect to just go into Aldamon, which we'll talk about in a bit. Sorry, that is not all the level 4s. That would suck. So you can obviously run more, as this deck there's kind of a lot of room for space on what you want to play or how you want to play it. 12, I think I'm doing 12 of the level 4 hybrids because the searching is really fast. on play you just search, so you can always get a piece that you need. So 2 more of these Burning Greymons can digivolve over the Takuya, or digivolve from 1 over the Omnimon. And then when this one digivolves, it gets 2000 DP for the turn, which sometimes I like because it could trigger the Tamer's inherit abilities. When they're at 10,000, then you get the added inherit. So sometimes you just want to be aggro, get that security attack +1, or gain memory if you want. Inherit gives you 2000 DP, and then we're doing the 2 of the other Omnimon. Digivolve over the Takuya, digivolve for 1 over the Burning Grey. On deletion, you may play 1 Flamemon from your hand suspended without paying the cost. On deletion, you can play a Takuya. I was playing again, if you're playing the Ancient Greymon, just Ancient Greymon, these are going to be substituted for the promo. You're still going to run those other 2 Burning Greys, but I took away the promo Aguni's from this, even though I'm using Ancient Greymon, because sometimes you need to hybrid for game, and that promo Agunimon, you can only digivolve over a level 3, and I didn't like that trade-off, so that's why I didn't do it. So I am only running 12 level 4s, which you can increase to your choosing. Let's talk about the new Aldamon. I'm playing only 1. It does have a hand effect. By placing 1 Agunimon and 1 Burning Greymon from your trash under one of your Takuya, digivolve it into this card as if it was a level 4 red Digimon for a cost of 3. So you'll leave it for 3. The when digivolving effect, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less. The inherit is the same as the other Takuya, where your cards with hybrid or 10 warriors don't trigger security effects on option cards. I like this because there is sometimes where you use all your stuff where you mess up, and this kind of helps you from that, because now you have everything in your trash. You had a Takuya, you just warp into it, you pop a 6000 DP or less. You could swing if it's a blocker, or you can now just go into a level 6 if you want. So it's not bad. I'm trying it now. I don't think I would add more than 2. Maybe we'll see how it is. And then 2 of the BT7 Aldamon, I still think this is the best one. I was running it at 3. It was at 4, then I dropped it at 2. In the Ancient Greymon, I don't think you need more than 2 in that one, just because you're always warping anyway. So this one, you can digivolve. If you digivolve on top of a Digimon and it has a Tamer, you can reduce it by 2, so you would digivolve for 1. So what's cool, if you end up digivolving on top of if you use the new Burning Greymon, digivolve over the Takuya, digivolve for 2, and now it's 1 attacking. You can digivolve for free instead of 1, because this is reducing it by 1, this reduces it by 2. So you can digivolve for free, swing over something with raid, get the 4000 DP during or when you digivolve. Pretty cool. It's a nice little ability. And the inherit, same thing. You don't check security option cards. That's it for level 5s. You can cut down to 2 if you'd like, if you want more space. Let's talk about the new big boy. For the Ancient Greymon, built-in security attack +1, has an on-play, and when digivolving, delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. So it's the same thing as Burning Greymon, EmperorGreymon, I'm sorry. But this one also has an on deletion. Return 1 Tamer card and 1 hybrid trait Digimon card from your trash to the hand. Then you may play 1 Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. Why this one is better is because you're able to Digi-Cross. And with the new option card, I think you can play it for 2. Although, if it would have had Rush, this would have been such a better card. Digi-Cross for 3 from Omnimon or Burning Greymon. So if you use... The way it works is if 1 is in your field or both are in your hand, you can Digi-Cross and play it for reduced cost of 3 for each. So you play it for 6. So you play a Gaia Force basically for 6, which is still cheaper than the Gaia Force. That's crazy. And that's pretty much it with this one. Then the whole gimmick, right? It has built-in security attack +1. End of turn, it does pop itself, but it kind of sets you up for next turn if you're able to warp again. 2 of the BT12 EmperorGreymons. Cost of 3 does the same thing as far as the when digivolving, delete a Digimon with same or less DP. On deletion, you may play 1 Takuya from your hand or trash without paying the cost, which essentially is the same thing, but it doesn't let you get a hybrid from your trash. So I like this one because it's evil for 3, and obviously you can warp from it from the Takuya for 3. So if you don't have anything, you could just come back by warping from this, as opposed to you could play this for 6 by Digi-Crossing, but you would need that in your hand. Last but not least, I still think I need to run one of the BT7 EmperorGreymon. This one, when you Digivolve Blitz, and when your opponent blocks, you can unsuspend it and gain 1 memory for each Digivolution card under this Digimon that has hybrid in its trait. This is more of that late, if you're getting choked, if you Digivolve for a hybrid, you were at 3, Digivolve for 2, check the last security, you have another Takuya that lets you warp, you go into this one, and you have Blitz, and now you can close out. So I'm kind of really going for that really aggressive style with that, and which is why I'm running the one of. Level 7's aggro. I'm going to keep it aggro because Omnimon, if you end up getting your memory back after you swing with that one, after you swing with this one, now you just Digivolve over it, you unsuspend, and now you can Digivolve again, and it has built-in protection. All turns when an opponent's effect would delete this Digimon, while returned to its owner's hand or deck, you may prevent it from leaving play by trashing a level 6 under this card. So more for that. This is the only card that's not searchable that I have in the deck. I lied. That's a Digimon. That's not searchable. But the Blitz is just beautiful. Keep in mind that the Omnimon does not get most of the inherits if it says hybrid or 10 warriors in its trait. Because he is not. He is a Holy Warrior and a Royal Knight. Let's talk about the new Takuya. Security effect, play the card. Start your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. The inherit gives you 2000 DP. So this one works for Omnimon because it says this Digimon gets 2000 DP. While this Digimon has 10,000 DP or more, it gains piercing. So now your Omnimon would be at 16 with piercing, swinging with Blitz. That'd be nice. So it does give you piercing, which is why I did cut off I had a 1 copy of the Flamemon in my old deck list to give piercing. This one just gives it to you, so no need to run that other one anymore unless you really want to. 3 of the warping Takuya from BT7. You may place 5 cards with hybrid and straight from your trash under this Tamer to Digivolve into EmperorGreymon for its evil cost. It is optional, so you can place 5 cards and not Digivolve into EmperorGreymon. The reason that works is because if this is my hand, how do you know what I have in my hand? So the hand is private knowledge, right? Or private information. So there's no way of knowing till it's time to do it. So it's kind of like, okay, I gotta do step 1 to do step 2. I'm doing step 1. Crap, now I can't do step 2, so it just stays there. So it's good about that because now you could end up putting 5 and then just going into the Omnimon, and you could swing over a huge body, especially the raid one. It's another reason why I love this raid one, because if you have all the sources under the Takuya, you swing, you're checking for like 19k. Not checking, but you're raiding into something for 19k. So absolutely love that raid. I'm burning Greymon. Security here, this Digimon gets 2000 DP. While it has 10 or more, it gets security attack +1. Want to be aggro, but more for the warping since I am running EmperorGreymon in this build. And I am doing a straight even split with the Tamers, 3 of the memory setters. You can play how you want. You can cut one of these, put 4, cut one of these, put 4. Like I said, EmperorGreymon, you might need 3 of these. This one is a memory setter. In here, while this Digimon gets 2000 DP, while it has 10,000 DP or more. Your turn once per turn. When this Digimon checks an opponent's security, gain 2 memory. So I believe it's after you complete the check, then you gain the 2 memory, so be mindful of that. It comes up. It's really awesome, especially when you're at 2. You already have 2 Tamers. So you have the 2 Tamers, you'll Digivolve for 2 into this one, not that one because it's not going to reach 10k. So that's where the OG Burning Greymon from BT12 Digivolves, gets 2000, 2, 8, 10, swing, check the security, right? Digivolve for 0, gain the 2 memory back. You still have this one, and now you can just hybrid free game. So now you got 2 swings right there. Or you can warp going into the Blitz Omni, tucking Aldamon underneath if you don't want to check security options. You're gone. That's the reason why I'm doing splits of 3s. And I feel like you don't need this as much because this one gives you memory. And it's rare if your opponent leaves you at 1. I mean, it's doable, but even then it leaves you at 2. You're able to do a lot. You can go into the Burning Greymon, swing with the Burning Greymon, Digivolve into the new Omnimon, warp into the Ancient Greymon, and you would leave your opponent at 3. So I don't think this one isn't too necessary at 4. And they all play each other fairly quickly from on deletion effects. Alright, coming down to the wire, 2 Crimson Blaze, especially in the meta. If you're going against EmperorGreymon, you get to pop all of them. Preventing your opponent from playing Digimon by effects, right? So not too much to say on that one. Now, 2 Gravity Crushes, because I'm trying to be not only aggressive, but I'm going to be stingy. The red memory boost, you have to play and then you have to trigger it. Sometimes if you just keep that in your hand, you have all the pieces you need, you could just win in that one go by playing it. So if you don't know what this Gravity Crush does, you gain 2 memory at the end of the turn, lose 2 memory. So ideally you want to play it when you know you're going to win, or it's absolutely necessary where you're able to leave your opponent at 1, they don't have a memory setter, after you play the Gravity Crush, leaves them at 3. It just sucks it doesn't have a security effect, that's the downside of it. You could make some room if you really want to play red memory boost, because it does help search for deep in your deck and you gain memory by delaying it. Last but not least, 2 of the Ancient Guardian Deity. While you have a Tamer or a Digimon with hybrid in this trait, you may ignore this card's color requirement. You may return 1 Digimon card with the hybrid or 10 Warriors trait from your trash to the hand. Then you may play 1 Digimon card with 10 Warriors trait or 1 Tamer card with inherited effects from your hand with the play cost reduced by 4. This is really just for the new Ancient Greymon. You recycle it that way because you can't recycle himself. You recycle it, and now when you play it, you could Digi-Cross. If I'm wrong, let me know, but it should work that way. So you're gonna Digi-Cross, doesn't matter, you got your Burning Greymon and Omnimon, Digi-Cross, 3/6, 3/6, reduce it by 4, that's 10. You're reducing it by 10, you're playing the Ancient Greymon by 2. Now what sucks is that you don't have Rush. Can you imagine if this thing had Rush, which is what I was talking about, if it had Rush, it'd be nice. Then you just go to town and you're not gonna get deleted, because you're gonna have 14 or 16 if you put the other Burning Greymon. So this is a really fun deck. In a way, the reason why I wanted to do both Ancient Greymon and Burning EmperorGreymon and Ancient Greymon, the reason I wanted to do that was because when I was just playing the Ancient Greymon package, it's all fun and games till you don't have anything in your hand, or like now you want to warp but you don't really have an Emperor in your hand and that's all you need. So like it just felt like it needed that interaction with the trash, you know? So I'm like, you know what, let me see if I can just do both, and that's exactly what I did. Here's a picture of the Ancient Greymon deck profile if you just want to go with that. Don't forget my memory counters. Sale 10% off until the 17th. You guys only got a few days left. Thank you so much for everyone that ordered, and I appreciate the feedback. I'll see you guys in the next video.